Hey y'all, welcome back to Chattin with Coach Amy. Coach JJ is back.
Woo!
Woo!
Hey guys.
JJ, I don't know if I'm be able to survive summer.
It's one day. It's only been one day, not even a day.
Been an hour. Oh, my stars and stripes. Why can't
It'll
we
be
in
fine.
the living room? I am working. You is loud. You is making the dog bark. It's distracting. You grate my nerves. I'm twitching.
Get you a sound machine for those times that you really need to be able to focus or do your earbuds.
I have done that before. Where is that one at? We had an extra one. I think it's gonna live. If I can't find it, I'm buying one today. And it's gonna live right outside my door. Yes, ma'am.
Well, and maybe have it. Well, I guess it might need to be outside your door if you're recording something, but when you need it, have it inside your door too. Because then, it blocks the sounds you hear, not necessarily the sounds they hear.
Right. Lord. This gonna be okay.
Goodness. Yeah. You'll be fine. Y'all will find your rhythm. The first
and Monday, Katie is going to start keeping a little boy. And so I think that'll help. But I told the girls, I was like, y'all got to get up. I know you're tired, but I've been awake since 5 a.m. You can do this. I've gone to CrossFit. I had breakfast with a friend. I have groomed the dog. I bathed the dog, and I'm about to record a podcast. Get up.
Get up. Yeah. What time did they go to bed? Maybe they need to go to bed sooner.
Well, they got home from dance at 10.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
Yeah. They'll be
such a hard life. Such a hard life.
Yeah.
They'll get used to it. They'll get over it. They'll get over it. You'll get over it. It'll all be good. You'll get into your rhythm and, it'll be okay.
It's something. But it's going to be fine. Hey, I'm loving my coaster.
I'm so glad.
And there's a pile of stuff over here that's yours.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Got a Pyrex dish. I got your Disney tennis shoes. I have 3 presents. One was supposed to be for your birthday, and I forgot about it. And the other 2 I found at
birthday was in December.
Well, I still gave you something. Don't act like I didn't give you nothing.
You did.
I don't even know what I gave you. But
I'll have to think.
Yeah, the other 2 were Marshall finds.
Ooh.
But I gotta show you them. Hang on.
You can't stand it. I love it.
Close your eyes. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
I can look?
Yeah. So JJ is highly allergic to pineapple, but she can make some pineapple shaped treats and ice cubes.
Yes, I can.
I couldn't help it. I was like, oh, JJ can't have that. Yes, she can. It's not real.
That's hilarious.
Perfect for summer. Perfect.
There we go. I can pretend I'm having, a tropical drink.
You can. It's fine. You're going to be great.
Yeah. Hey, I see you have a Trim Healthy Mama box in your chair.
That's actually a gift from a client that lives in Sri Lanka, but I haven't opened it yet.
Well, here's my Trim Healthy Mama box sitting right here next to me too. So
they're everywhere, man.
They're everywhere. That's good boxes.
We should open it.
Open it.
Wes opened it because he thought it was stuff. He thought it was some stuff that I had ordered. Oh yeah, she sent me some butterfly tea. This is from Oh look, okay. So she lives in Sri Lanka. Her name's Nicole. Sending you a package. I decided to spoil you with some Ceylon made products. Thank you for investing in our lives, Nicole. Look at this card.
Oh,
that's so
I love it.
Okay, this is soap, I think. Coffee. Oh, coffee and coconut oil. Soap. Look at that.
Wake you up before the CrossFit.
Yeah. And this. These are note cards made from elephant poop. Look at that. It's like a little container thing too. That's dark. Okay, I don't know what this is.
Pretty.
Very fancy. Oh, 14 days of spring wellness and beauty calendar. Spa, salon. I don't know how to say that word. Look at that. Oh, and you punch it out.
Ooh, punch a day.
Cool. Yeah, let's see what this is. I'm gonna do one. Number one. Okay, so it's like a little wow, it's like a lotion.
Oh,
Fancy. Very fancy. Okay, we'll figure all this out later on. But no. Hair nourishing mask.
ooh.
Because I need that.
Especially with all the humidity coming.
Good gracious. So excited about that, Jennifer. All right.
Yeah.
That's fun. I hate I didn't open that. It's been nuts. I'm a very busy girl with this Mother's Day and this graduation. We survived.
You did.
Yep.
You did. It was great between, I know y'all had that dinner, the family dinner for the graduates. That looked so nice. The pictures looked so nice.
It was.
We didn't do that for Emma's class, which I'm okay. Okay
Yeah.
with. And we also didn't do a graduation party for Emma because she didn't want one. She was a little overwhelmed with wedding showers and wedding prep. So she didn't want a party, but it was so nice. And even though it was really
Did we not do anything after her graduation?
She didn't want it.
Huh.
We did a going away party,
okay.
But we had also just done prom and her wedding shower. And then, of course, we had the rehearsal dinner and wedding and all that. But no, we did not we had mom and daddy come over and that was it. It was just mom and daddy come over. That was it. She was just, I think, a little overwhelmed with all the goodbyes.
I feel that.
But, with Bella's, I mean, it was simple, but it was so, like, the weather couldn't have been better. It was great to just be able to kind of soak in her moment. Yes. It was great.
It was great. Thanks for all you did. Help me.
And Uncle Red was here.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He was
he got home.
He was at her birthday party.
That's what it was. I'm like, wait, no, he was at her birthday party. Gavin that was with me.
And Emma. Emma came.
He'll be here for the recital. He'll be here for the recital.
Oh, that's next week. Holy moly.
I know.
We'll find out if the boys made all-stars next week. That'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes. I have a fear that one will make it and the other one won't or something. It's going to be interesting. It's life. That's life, man. I mean, I'm not that mom. I'm not going to just how do you navigate that? Well,
Well, I mean, you love them through it. You support them through it. And I mean,
either one may make it. And that means I have a lot more dollars and time.
A lot more time. Yes. I know. I was sitting on my back porch this morning and I'm like, Amy needs to come hang out. And then I thought, when?
No. Lord, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Y'all, we talk more during podcasts than we do any other time.
We do. Because she was at my house for hours Saturday and this stuff sat right there. We didn't think one thing about it. Sure didn't.
Yeah. It wasn't about us.
It was not.
It was not about us, and that's okay. It was about Bella Boo.
Yeah, it was.
Who should still be the quiet little toddler.
Girl, she's coming into her own now.
She is.
She's grown up. I think maybe, I mean, I don't know this for sure. I'm not trying to put words in her mouth, but I feel like she's gotten more confident just she went ahead and took 3 college classes online and she went and got a job herself and she's, doing different things. The friend group has grown and I think that's been helpful. So, yeah.
It's fun to watch them kind of come into their own because, Emma, even just this weekend, seeing how much she's changed in the last 2 years since she got married and left. I mean, it's just so different. And like before she left, if we would be sitting in, say, Bible class, that's where I really noticed it. Of course, she paid attention. She did her thing. She liked coming into the adult class even back then. But she didn't really put herself out there and answer questions. She would just kind of sit back and, just be a quiet participant. And I mean, this week it was just this different, confident young woman. And it was just really cool to kind of see a different glimpse of your kid.
Yeah. You're grown.
You're not a kid anymore. I know.
She is-
Married lady, almost 2 years. What is today? Today's the 19th. So Monday will be their second anniversary.
Wow. And that's another celebration, which PS everybody, we're going to talk about celebrations. We're getting there.
Yes.
It's taking us a minute. I'm still on the struggle bus, but my mom is retiring.
I know.
Isn't that the coolest?
I'm so happy for her.
She has been working at that school. She's done all kinds of cool things and stuff I didn't even realize, I guess. They do a table, kind of like Bella did a senior table. They do a table kind of showing different things and share about your family and stuff. And so anyway.
I love it. I'm excited for them. It's fun to be where we are in this stage because we can see our kids celebrating milestones, but we can also enjoy the things that our parents have worked so hard, because both of us came from, lower income, middle class upbringing.
Yep.
And, our parents both had different struggles.
And they've worked, yes. And they've worked so hard to overcome so many obstacles.
Absolutely.
All four of our parents.
Yeah. And to see where they're at now and to see, like my dad's got a new lease on life, not being attached to that dialysis machine with his kidney transplant. And, they're trying to build his strength back up and be ready to take that next little step of their journey. And then of course, your mom with her retirement, that's going to free up her time and energy. And, I saw her Saturday, and of course I see the pictures and seeing how far she's come with her health journey just so recently. And I'm thinking, man, what the perfect timing, because now she's going to be able to enjoy this next step even more.
She went and babysat Brent's kids, which I just think in the past she would. I'm not trying to put words in her mouth, but I feel like in the past she wouldn't have had the stamina. I mean, it was a long day for her, and they have a newborn. He's crawling, but he's a busy little dude. But she said it was great, and he's the sweetest baby ever. Oh my gosh! I'm like, can you just bring him to me, please? And they're like, yeah, so sweet. There was a baby at graduation. I just wanted to hold her, but I did not. I didn't. I try to be my own little self over there. So yeah, we have a lot going on, and the girls, Bella's, she came home last night. That was my last ballet class, and I'm like,
yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna lose it. I didn't lose it at graduation. I have a feeling I'm gonna lose it at the recital.
So I helped run dress rehearsal, and her and Shelby are doing a duet, and it is Swan Lake, which is Bella's favorite ballet, and she's the bad swan, and Shelby's the good swan. I think, yes, that's right. And I think I might step out while they practice, because I think I might just want to see. I don't know, but then I may be like, I really love seeing the dress rehearsal because I know what to look for, and I can enjoy it one more time. So I'm trying to go back and forth. Well, stay tuned, everybody. I'll let y'all know what I decide. I may
ask Bella
what she thinks. Yeah.
How she wants you to experience it, and then that way the decision's kind of out of your hands.
Yeah. That's right. And we are, as senior moms, we are getting them flowers, and we're supposed to present them on stage to them. I know. Kim and
already making me teary.
I can't remember who. Well, I mean, there's only a few of us. So anyway, that was their idea. I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do that. And I might cry and slip on my puddle of tears, but
yeah, I think graduation, it was, for me, being past vice president, past homeschool mom, it was neat to kind of see how they were doing things and the differences and how much, the group has gone, because, the group almost closed before we got involved. And it was just kind of a moment of pride of, how good our group has done and how each board has kind of just taken it and gone that next step further. And so I think I was so distracted by all the things, not only, Bella's accomplishments, but the homeschool group as a whole. And then it was like, oh, I want a video. So, we have this for Amy. And I think I was just so distracted. I wasn't able to get into my emotions, but like, I'm already deep diving into
the dance. The dance is a different level to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited for her to graduate, and I'm so excited for her to be at Southwest and like do all the things she's been doing. I mean, like, she's handling her business, and I'm like, oh, check. Okay, I did one. I got one. But dance is a different thing. She's been doing that since she was 2.5, 3 years old. She is the only one that has ever done 15 years. Like she's the first 15-year award from dance.
Oh,
Yeah. And so that just makes me really proud. And I know how much of a important thing that dance is to her and how it's molded her into who she is, her little old self. And who I said this during her party. It cracks me up that my little homeschool ballerina is going to be dancing on a football field for college. It cracks me up. Oh, it cracks me up. But she's so excited, and she got the kick line and everything. She's so pumped.
Let her do it. It's so cool. It's so cool to watch them.
It's going to be a mess because I cried at the Christmas one.
Yeah.
And at Daggone Universal when she walked by in the parade. Oh, it was a mess. I'm so glad my brother was there. Y'all need to see that picture. It's a good one.
It was a good one. It's a good one. And I just
it.
love that I was there to capture it all.
You take all the you do good. You do a good job.
Yeah. I don't have a good memory. And I think that is why I'm so adamant about taking pictures when I do, because I look back at my pictures. I look at my memories. I love that. And the kids will say something about, when they were kids, and I'm like, what? And they're like, you don't remember that? I'm like, oh, sorry. So I want to capture the moments, because the moments, and this will be a great segue, Amy, the moments of what we celebrate, whether it's the small things or the big things or the day-to-day things, those are what matter, not how we celebrate them.
Yeah, that's right. The relationships, and I teach that in my Christmas, my holiday group or whatever. And it spills over into everything.
Yes.
I've had a lot of conversations with clients that, well, it was Mother's Day, so I decided to go off plan with Rebel ice cream. And I'm like, honey, no, you need to, not Rebel ice cream, Bluebell ice cream. And I'm like, honey, no, you can just have Rebel. Like it tastes good,
Yeah.
Or make your own, or you don't have to go off plan to enjoy something nice. But that's to me where I see it, and y'all might get your drawers in a wad, but I feel like that's an excuse. I feel like going off plan because it's your birthday or your anniversary or your kid did good at swimming lessons, like that's an excuse to me. Now, if you make a decision, I know when I turn this age for this celebration, when my husband takes me this place, I'm going to get this because that's the only place I can get it. Like I have a client, they're traveling somewhere that she loves so much, has her favorite cookie. And she was like, I'm going to have an on-plan meal and my favorite cookie, one of them. That's what I want people to do. Now, there may be some of y'all that are like, I can go off plan and get right back on. Well, good for you. You are in the minority.
Very much.
Most people, it takes so long for them to get traction and get back on. And I did an interview last night. The podcast it'll be the end of June. But, she was talking about how she doesn't go off plan anymore because she doesn't feel good. She said, it hurts my stomach, my joints hurt, and it's misery. I don't want to be in pain and misery. And I'm like, yes.
Yes. You have to think about that. I'm the same way with my people. Is, if you tell me I've planned this, I've thought this through, like my Disney trip, I knew there were a couple of things that I might want. And I had even told somebody, I'm like, there was this one dessert I had a couple years ago, and I've been thinking about it. But the commitment I made to myself was, desserts and options change all the time at places like that. Yeah. If they didn't have that exact item, it couldn't be a similar. If it wasn't that exact item, I wasn't doing it. And guess what? They didn't have it. They didn't have it. But one of the other times that I chose to do something, I had thought through my day. I had a fuel pool snack. I had either a light S or possibly even a fuel pool. I didn't look up the nutrition facts. So it was, I didn't care. It was on plan and it was really light. But it might have even stayed in a fuel pool. So, but I planned my day around what I was going to do. It was very purposeful, very intentional, and it doesn't happen often. But this, it was my birthday. It was this. There is always a reason.
Yep. Always.
My church family has a fellowship the first Sunday of every month. So that's the first Sunday. Every single month I could choose, well, Miss Donna made such and such, and I really need to try that. And,
It would
bless
hurt
Miss
her
Vi's
feelings
heart.
if I didn't have a bite.
Yeah. Well,
I
bless
rolled
Miss
my
Vi's
eyes
heart.
for those of you that can't see me.
Yeah, she's 97, so she may not be around much longer, and I might not have it. Okay, how about we go sit and talk to Miss Vi and just love on her and soak up being with her.
Amen. Focus on
You
those
know?
relationships. Yes.
But if you keep adding in, so that's one Sunday. Well, then now we meet together on Wednesday nights before church for dinner. So I could choose, well, I didn't have time to make something, so I'll just pick up a burger. No, it could be every week. There could be something.
Right.
So you have to be careful, because yes, it's an excuse, and you could excuse them all, and then you've derailed yourself, either because you've slowed your weight loss down so much you've stalled, you've gained, you have the aches and pains, or it triggers the cravings so bad you continually go off because you're right back where you started.
Yep. And, for me, my business, the keeping promises to yourself, like you broke that promise, and then you have shame and regret. And some people cannot climb out of that.
Right.
It's so hard for them to climb out of that. And so I just really encourage, and everybody's different, but I feel like this is kind of across the board. If you're going to be on plan, be on plan. Quit willy-nilly in it. Just do it. We can have everything. We can. It does take a little effort to have an on plan cookie, or what. I'm looking at the cookie mix right now. Have you used that yet, by the way?
Not the cookie mix. I did the brownie mix.
I did too. Them brownies were legit.
Well, so I did a live review of the brownies, and I had made them, and then I ate them very quickly after, and they had this wang to them, which I think was the coconut flour. It wasn't bad, but I don't like coconut. And I think I was picking it up. But the next morning, after they had sat in my refrigerator all night, you couldn't detect it any longer. And it was like, oh my word.
Yeah. You're so weird. I didn't notice any coconut. Y'all crazy still.
But like I said, it was right away.
Yeah.
It was right away.
I don't remember how soon I ate it. I don't.
But it wasn't strong. Like if you had said, this is what you have to be on plan and to have a dessert, I could have easily eaten it. But I was trying to be, y'all know me, I'm going to be real about it. I'm going to be real.
Ain't no sense in the other.
I didn't want anybody to waste their money if they were like me. And, it's like, it's good. But if you don't like coconut, I can detect it. Yeah. But then the next day I came back and I edited it. And I'm like, hey, guys, just know.
Do you like nuts in your brownies?
I don't mind them, but I prefer chunks of chocolate.
Oh, okay. So I love pecans. I grew up, my Aunt Paula, she didn't get to come to Bella's party. They were doing 900 other things. But when I was growing up, she was like the teenage, my mom's sisters are younger than her, kind of stacked or whatever. And she kept me a lot, especially with the boys being babies and their twins. And all that. Anyway, we would make brownies and she would put pecans in them. And so when I made those, I sure enough put me some pecans. It was so good. And so that's something else I was going to bring up with, celebrating and kind of Coach Amanda with Healthy
Driven Country
Living. Yes, thank you. I always mess that up. I'm so sorry. But she came on to Blooms and shared about cravings, because she's an amazing coach for moms that are expecting and postpartum, but in general. And she doesn't just coach people like that, but that's where she is. Yeah. So she came in and she talked about cravings. And something that she said stuck out with a lot of my clients, because they've all kind of repeated it to me, that a lot of times when we're craving things, we are wanting that memory. So if you're craving XYZ dessert, you're really craving that memory of Christmas from yesteryear or whatever. Yeah. And I think that's a really good thing to think about, because you can go back and look at pictures to celebrate that. You don't have to go off plan and derail yourself if your weight loss is that important, or your health is that important to you. And so I think it's really good to be mindful of things like that. I think a lot of times we literally just need to slow down, take a breath, and truly ask ourselves, okay, do you really have to go off plan right now? You could easily turn into the other fast food place to get something that's more on plan. You could easily say, no, thank you, I don't eat sugar, and pop open a bottle of water and be okay. You know,
there's always a better
and
choice.
absolutely.
Always. Yes. The other night, Wednesday night, I had brought my supper, which it was a crossover, but it was on plan. I had brought it with me for our Wednesday night dinners, and I had some Lily's extra dark chocolate in my bag. And
which, by the way, is huge. Just saying. Because this homegirl, she wouldn't eat breakfast. She was like, dark chocolate. She still won't drink sparkling waters.
Oh, no, that's nasty.
Seems like there's something else. Shut up. They're delicious.
Burps in your drink.
I love them.
But no, seriously, it was the easiest thing. Well, then here comes Terry. I'm gonna call her out, Terry Barnes, with a box of Girl Scout cookies. And I thought, oh, what's in that box? Y'all, I haven't bought Girl Scout cookies in years. And I thought, I don't know what I'm gonna do if there's Thin Mints in that box. There were no Thin Mints. I was so excited.
That's a blessing.
It was a blessing, because there was nothing that was like too tempting, but I kind of had that moment of, what am I going to do if there's this? What am I going to do if there's this? Or, do I really want that? And as I'm thinking through that, I thought, you know what? I'm not even ready to eat dessert yet. Just get my chocolate out. Just get it out and put it here. So I remember, and one of the other ladies that happened to be there, she said, "Ooh, what is that?" And I told her what it was, and she tried it, and she said, "See, I shouldn't have got one of those cookies. I should have just had that." And I went, "Well, stop eating the cookie here." She had just said she was trying to watch what she eats, and she doesn't really have any weight to lose, but she's in a season of life where she's a little bit older, and she's thinking about her health. And yeah, it was great to just see, nobody looked at me funny. Nobody was like, "Oh, that's Jennifer not eating again." It's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Do you think when you first started THM that you struggled with celebrations?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because first off, my mindset was, well, it's a celebration, so it's a special occasion. That's when I had to recognize how many special occasions there are. I mean, good gracious, you have 5 children.
And you there for everything.
Yeah, I love like my own. I mean, I could be tonight at the ball game, and but I only get to come to a game once in a while. I can have a hot dog. No, thank you. I'm good. But I could do that easily. I could be like, oh, well, it's Bella's last dance recital, and boom, here you go. That's next week. And it was Bella's graduation. And then just with your children alone's activities that I go to, that's a lot. But then you add in my own family's activities and extras, and, there's always something. Now, I am not, y'all know us. I mean, you've heard us all. I'm not as hardcore as Coach Amy with, never go off plan, but I try to be very intentional, because I don't want the guilt, the shame. I'm not living in that.
Yeah.
But I have to take ownership for whatever decisions I make. Is it going to derail me? Is it going to slow me down? Is it going to wake up cravings? So I'm very purposeful now about what I do, even if it's more of a personal choice item, because I used to live in personal choice land.
That was the other thing I could have listed a while ago.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started on plan, I probably had a low carb wrap every single day of the week.
Oh, yeah.
And now I buy them and I put them instantly in their freezer, because they would go bad before I could use one pack.
That's so cool. I think that's good for people to hear.
You have to work through that and know the celebrations. And I tell my clients this too. The celebrations are not about the food.
That's right.
Celebrations are about the people, the relationships. You could go and drink a glass of water sitting next to the person you're celebrating, and it be just as meaningful.
Yep.
Just as meaningful.
But flip side of that, we can still enjoy delicious things at celebrations.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Homegirl hooked me up with a dessert. I said, I can't do this all. And Wes was like, well, see what you can delegate. And I'm like, okay. So I'm looking at my list. I'm like, okay, what can Jennifer do? Because you're top on the helper girl list. That's what we do. And I was like, can you make this? It's very easy. And she was like, do you have a recipe? And I'm like, yes, hold on. Sent.
I knew I could find it, but I knew you probably had it quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yes. So she made the Mrs. Criddle's Fruity Summer Delight. And did you find it to be a simple recipe?
Absolutely. I'm actually planning on sharing that with people in my next little
Your group
cooking option.
Yes. Yeah, well, not a group, excuse me. Talk about it.
It's just going to be basically a video package where you can watch me do. I had said 10 to 12, but my list keeps growing. So who knows? A minimum of 12 videos. Eventually, I will.
Hey, you can have a volume 2, JJ. That would be fine.
I know. I've got.
There's no sense.
Literally, it started. There's like it started right here.
Wow.
And then I needed a bigger sheet and.
Well, you know what? I want to time you out right there. I'm so glad you found something you're excited about.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I love working with my one-on-one ladies. I love it because then I get to see exactly what they are dealing with and what strengths and weaknesses we need to focus on with each individual person. I love that so much. But because of who I am, I just do things so quickly and easily because if I don't, I'm not going to do it.
Yes.
And it was like the more I would post, this took me 10 minutes. This took me 10 minutes. And people were asking, I thought, you know what? Some of the simplest things we just let go right over our head because we assume they're hard. Yep. Or we just get caught in everything else we need to do. And we just don't think about it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. So I'm going to just release all of the videos. It's a $20 package. You'll get a master grocery list for like all of them if you want to do everything, but then they'll be broken down by recipe to where you can just say, you know what, I want to make that meal and here's the few ingredients I need to add to my grocery list. Done. So you'll get grocery list, and then I'm going to have some S options, E options, and fuel pull options. And you're going to watch me. I'm literally going to start a timer and make that item on the video. And they're going to be separate videos because ain't nobody got time to look at a video that has 15 recipes all at once. Right. I want people to be able to say, you know what? I just need something quick this week for a dessert. Done. Here you go. You can just go pull that one. And since they're hosted on YouTube, you can speed them up. In case I don't talk fast enough for you, you can speed me up.
I love it. For my health coach cert, we're doing their YouTube videos or the lectures, and I speed those suckers up. Some of them I have to slow down. Some of them I need to do faster, because there's a lot of different people, but that is a good feature with YouTube.
It's amazing because sometimes you're just really doing it for inspiration and just encouragement and not necessarily following step by step. Mm-hmm. And so those can be sped up to where you're still kind of taking it in and enjoying it. And then other times you can, slow it down. I did just a quick thing yesterday. I was filming one of the options and it took me 5 minutes.
Wow.
And I mean, just with the little bit of extra talking I did, I think the video ended up being 8 minutes long. Wow. But it's going to be awesome. And so that option's on my website, but I've also been posting it on all my socials. So you can find the link really easily. But I'm excited. It's going to, you can buy it now, but it will release June 5th.
Pre-order, girls. Pre-order.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that option. Amy has been so awesome as far as like a mentor.
Which is weird for you to say, by the way, just saying. That hasn't always been our relationship, but it goes back and forth now. I think we've grown up, and it's like when she's struggling, I can be strong for her. And then when I'm struggling, I'm gonna cry. But it's neat because it used to be Amy is a hot mess. JJ's having to fix everything for years.
Well,
you may not.
We have seasons. There's been many a times that I've been a hot mess. I'm thinking of one particular instance sitting on your back porch, losing my mind.
Yep. That was a long time ago. I think Wes had a lot more to do with that than I did, but it's okay.
But y'all were still my safe space.
Yeah.
And, it's good to have that. It's really good to have that. I actually have, I'm not going to name her because I'm not going to do that to her, but I took a screenshot and I meant to send it to you. A lot of your clients and followers, find me through you.
Yeah.
And I had one join my Simply Coach JJ the other day, my free group that I do. And I like to see how they find me. Is it through THM Connections or the main group or something I've put out there? And a lot of times it's those things, but then a lot of times it's through Coach Amy. And it says, I was a client of Coach Amy's through Buds. I listened to her podcast, but love when Coach JJ is on. You are fun and real.
Oh.
And almost every time I get one, I love to hear y'all on the podcast together because y'all are so real. Yeah, y'all, this is real. This is so real. Who we are. This is just who we are. And that's what I love about doing this together is, I mean, we didn't really have to change our lives. We were already kind of thinking through things from a more natural mindset.
Yeah.
Trying to do things in a healthier way already. So this was just like a natural extension of that, just to where I'm not even talking right, but it just made complete sense. And it's just a way of life now. It's not a big deal. I remember a picture. We were actually on Vicky's back porch where we were at a barbecue and we took pictures holding Diet Cokes together.
The BFF on it. We so healthy. Diet Coke.
But we were both mindful of the rest of the stuff on our plates. You know, we were both just doing things better, you know, less sugar, that kind of thing. But as we've grown, we've learned the dangers of mainstream diet fads. Yeah. And, you know, that not everything is as it appears. Yeah. So, yeah, we've both grown a lot. Mm-hmm. We've grown a lot. I mean, we're not spring chickens anymore. We've been doing this together for 16 plus years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And it hadn't always been roses and sunshine and polka dots and unicorns.
Nope. But it's been good.
Mm-hmm.
Been good.
We still hanging. It's gonna be fine.
She can't get rid of me now. They say if you make it past 7 years, you're good.
But that's probably when we went on the struggle bus.
But we persevered.
We did.
We made it through, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's awesome.
No. Okay, that was fun. So what else? Okay, so the reason going back to that dessert, the reason I chose that is because you don't have to bake it. It's Mrs. Criddle's what is it? Fruity Summer Delight. You don't have to bake it. You mix it up, the crust, you mix up the filling, you put the fruit on the top, you put it in the refrigerator. Like, oh my gosh, seriously, y'all, it's so simple and it's so good. The strawberry pretzel is equally delicious to me. If I had more time, that's what I would always make. Excuse me, but you have to cook the crust, like you have to bake it. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that's extra to that. But you know, like when you think about making things that are on plan that are tasty, for me, it also has to be simple. I made the caramel apple bam yesterday in Buds and Bloom. No, this Blooms right now. Anyway, group coaching. And, you know, you're supposed to beat the egg whites and do all that. I don't do that. I just dump it and mix it and let it sit for a little bit. Thanks, Liz. And I bake it. Mm-hmm. And now they're in a Ziploc bag in my freezer, hopefully going to be eaten soon. You know what I'm saying? Not freezer, refrigerator. But I don't do all that extra, and it doesn't freak me out. But if you're new and you're overwhelmed, because I know JJ can tell the story. I think one of the first recipes you ever made were those gross. I would not make them today. And
me neither.
I love Pearl and Serene with all of my heart. I believe in Trim Healthy Mama a bajillion %. I will never make Cry No More brownies.
6 years, 6+ years. I've never made them.
And they probably would taste just fine.
We probably need to do that the next time we get together. One of us needs to make it so we can see.
I don't know.
Waste my ingredients.
What are we doing next? Oh gosh, I don't know. It's PTSD, man. I'm not making light of that. It's really bad.
Yeah, we both cried.
We were like, oh, I couldn't do it. I was like, Jennifer, I'm so sorry. I can't do this. And then your taste buds change. So that's what I'm trying to
Yes.
say. If you're new and you're like, oh, I'm going to make this dessert, it is not going to toot your horn. I'm telling you, it's very unlikely. And so especially a baked item, that's the main thing, a baked item. Usually the thing like the strawberry pretzel or Mrs. Criddles, and you may have a couple that you like. Those to me, they don't have, baking blend is a little wonky. Other nut flours. So I really recommend for people to do things. So honestly, you don't have to have special ingredients. You can get sweeteners, Swerve or whatever at the store, and oat flour. So you just grind up your oats in the grocery store. You're done.
Right.
Like, it's not that hard. Bam cake, I think that's why it is so popular, because it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
That oat flour is normal for our bodies. Maybe it's not something you're used to, but it's more normal than a nut flour is going to be, promise.
Absolutely. Well, and it just, I don't know, the Bam cake, hands down, has been my go-to all these years. I love it because it's so simple. Now, I'm not as big of a fan of as the caramel apple Bam and then the pumpkin Bam and all. Like, I like the original Bam cake. I almost always have it, and I actually traveled with it this last crazy 3-leg trip that I took. I had Bam cake, and it made it with me from home to Houston to New Orleans to Orlando and back home. I kept
You're
it
such
cold.
an adult.
Love it. I love it. I'm ready. Who wants to go on a trip? Let's go.
Oh, they're all raising their hands. I have a client. They just bought a house in Hawaii.
Oh, I want to go.
I know. I said, can I go with you? She was like, really? And I'm like, well, not like anytime soon, but we can totally plan it. She said,
Yeah,
we'll do
a podcast.
I was like, no, I just want to go. You can come too.
Remember, my birthday is Pearl Harbor Day. It is a bucket list that I go.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
One
day I'm going to get there.
I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm getting tired.
It's okay. So the other thing you did want to talk about was walking THM alone or for those newbies. And we touched on that a little bit, but I do want to say with that is where you find those simple things, and just don't be scared to do it alone. The Mrs. Criddle's Fruity Delight, there were a couple of people at the graduation party that tried it who are nowhere near, like, they had a piece of birthday cake on their plate too. Yeah. And
that bothers me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, you gonna eat birthday cake, don't touch my THM dessert. But but I got over it. It was fine.
Because here's the thing, you don't know who trying something like that will realize, oh, that was good. I didn't I didn't need all that.
It is possible. Yeah.
It is possible. And so, start with something that maybe doesn't need as many specialty ingredients like that Fruity Summer Delight, so that you don't, feel so crazed about sharing it. And I don't know how that would freeze anyway. So, make it. I always label things like that though as sugar-free or THM. That way, if somebody is turning up their nose at it, they'll go right on by. And if they're going to legitimately try it, I'm good with it. But if they're going to be snot-nosed about it, stay away.
Yeah.
Don't waste it.
Don't be a jerk and waste that's right.
Right.
Yes.
But I find that most people will kind of take a second thought about it before they try it. And I'm okay with that. But those are things, do something to where you have something. Don't be scared to do it alone, but also look through all of the cookbooks have options that can be single serve or that freeze beautifully. Sure. Like lentil soup. It's one of the easiest things. And I like the original recipe of it. My family will eat it, but they don't love it.
I love it.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it. My family likes it enough to eat it for supper. And so I'll make a big old huge pot of it, and then they'll eat it that one night because I am not a short order cook. And then I bag up every, a portion. I do little small Ziploc bags for me. And then it makes my heart so happy because I have an instant soup ready to go whenever I want it. And I don't have to worry about the rest of my family. If you work outside the home, you have at least one meal a day that you don't have to worry about what anybody else is eating. Yeah. You can provide for yourself and do it easily. Yeah. We've both fed families on THM all these years, and neither of us are short order cooks.
No.
So you can easily do this on plan, even if you're the only one. Either like me, I'm an empty nester. I'm here a lot by myself. So you can do it completely alone, or you can do it as the only person in your family on plan.
Yeah.
So many ways to do it.
So many. That's awesome. All right, JJ, I think that's enough for today. It was good. It was so good and reminiscing, and apparently people love it. So it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. If it encourages somebody, that's really all. We recently did some things to talk about our whys and, why we do this. And as an empty nester, I could easily sit here and just not have a purpose anymore and not know what I'm doing next.
Well, I wouldn't let you do that, but yeah, I hear you. Yeah. I'd be like, no, ma'am, you come sit over here and manage these hooligans.
I could handle that. I think I could. I couldn't have a couple years ago, but I think I could handle that now.
Have a JJ day.
Yeah, have a JJ day. But, it is so nice to be able to just encourage and help, whether it's just them listening to us yammer, because this is what we do.
Yeah.
We talk about our kids, our husbands, and THM.
Yep.
It's what we do. So if it encourages somebody, that's really all I want anymore. It's just to help in some little way.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good.
So good. All right. I think that's it. Today's Memorial Day that this is airing. So happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, y'all. Hope you celebrate on plan, baby. Yes. You can do it. A burger, broccoli salad, and Mrs. Criddle's fruity summer delight.
Yes. And thank you to all the families that have served,
yes.
that have lost service members. And, we will be taking time on the day that this airs as a great way to remember that sacrifice. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, JJ.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.